Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, with a part of this ongoing nightmare of mine, I'm going to continue stripping it today. I'm going to remove the tanks, as much of the fairing as I can. I've gone through and I've ordered all the water pipes. If you recall from the last video, they're all split and damaged, so I've ordered a new set of those. So what I'll continue doing is removing the fairing and the body parts, and then when I get the new pipes, I'll see if I can get the motor running. Okay, so let's go. I'm very lucky in some aspects. I've actually got a work platform to work off of, so I find that much easier. So I can lower the bike up and down as I need. To remove the tank, 8mm at the front. Honda tanks, or this particular tank, I don't know about all Honda tanks, tilt up and then you can release them from that. So this is actually very good in that regard. So it's easy to work on. I'll actually show you. So these are the bolts I'm removing here. This one and this one. And then I undo this and that will allow the tank to tip up. So it makes it fairly easy to do. Just reposition you. So it makes it fairly easy to do. If this is your first time to my channel, I'm Michael. I have 3 motorbikes I like to tinker with. This CBR 1000F, which is a, I don't know if it's going to be a restoration job, but it's going to be a rebuild. To what degree, I don't know at this stage. I bought myself all new fairings and bits and pieces, and I'm going to see how it goes. I've got a Harley Davidson FLHR Road King, a 2009, and I've also got a Suzuki DRZ 400. So I like to tinker with those 3. And I also like to do motor camping, and soon I get to go on holidays from my job, have basically summer off, so that will be good. So as I said, this tilts up and it has a locking mechanism here. It's how you change the plugs and all the bits and pieces. But that allows me to get underneath and have a look, remove the hoses if I need to, or what I need to remove, and remove this fairing. Okay, so note to self, when removing the fuel line, make sure the fuel tank's turned off. There is a sensor here that goes up to the fuel tank sensor, and that connects down here, so that comes off. And there's also the little lever here that holds the tank up under stationary positions. It's just got a little clip behind it and a washer. So they need to come off. Pull the sensor line out, and then the tank's virtually off. There's a couple of other lines here, but it's just breather pipes and bits and pieces. They're pretty self-explanatory off the carby. So as long as you take those off, it'll come out fairly easy. So as I said, this actually isn't a restoration, it's a rebuild. I'm replacing what I need to that's damaged or broken or whatever. And I want to ride the bike. The bike's going to be completely repainted in bits and pieces, but things like, you know, the tank just needs to be sanded back, sandblasted, you know, all the aluminium polished up, for example. But it's not going to be a factory refit. It's like I can't get the mirrors anymore, the original mirrors, without paying ridiculous prices. So I'm going to buy the new equivalent to the CBR, and just certain things that will change on the bike. So it is, yeah, definitely a rebuild, not a restoration. So what I'm going to do now is just remove the rest of the fairing using a 5mm Allen key. and that will allow me to expose the front cowl. I've also looked at buying all new fairing fastening kit, which are these little bolts that I'm taking out now. They come in various colours and things. I'm thinking I'm going to paint the bike either black, or I might go back to the original red and black overtone. And there's the fuse box if you've never seen it on this particular bike. You see a few of these around. They're either absolutely destroyed and they're only good for parts, or they're absolutely immaculate and you're scared to touch them because they are so pristine. You never see a normal sort of bike, which is quite unusual. Well, in my case anyway. I'm sure they're around. As I said, I live in Omeo and you see a lot of bikes go through, and occasionally you see these and either they don't have fairings on them because they've been damaged, they haven't been replaced, or they've been absolutely spotless and showroom condition, and the people that ride them take them out on special occasions as a collector's bike, which is nice if you've got the money and the time and all the bits and pieces. I like to ride, so I probably wouldn't find myself in that situation, but good on you if that's your ability, your option to do it. Now, just looking in that, it looks like it's been dry for a long time. So those radiator hoses and things have split a long time ago. There was a time not so long ago where I was considering stripping the bike right back and making it a cafe racer. Then I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll strip it back and put a trike rear end on it. I don't think I'll do that now because now I've found the original fairing. But there were other options I was going to do. I think for a cafe racer there's too much exposed framework and bits and pieces to make it look good in that regards. And I have never found a trike rear end conversion that I liked. And for those conversions, it would make a good trike, but I don't think at this stage that will happen. Just removing the mirrors so I can release the fairing. As I said, I'll probably replace the mirrors. There's a new CBR mirror. They say it's for this bike, but it's a completely different design. But it looks quite nice, so I might actually look into those, because these had a rubber protection guard thing over the mounts, and they split from UV a long time ago. So I've never worried about replacing it. They didn't actually serve a practical purpose apart from aesthetics. So the mirrors themselves are fine, it's just the mounts that have gone. And I don't think these are worth restoring myself. They may be, but just not to me. What I'm doing at this stage is, as I remove them, I'm putting the bolts and things basically back to where they come. Recording this is actually becoming quite good, because now I'll be able to find a lot of places where things go that I may not have been able to find normally. So there's a subframe skeleton under this that supports the fiberglass body over the top. The new fairing I've got needs to be all pre-drilled. None of it's drilled, so I'll have to drill it all before mounting and stuff, and then paint it. whatever colour I decide I'm going to do. This has become a bit more of a project than anything else now. I've had the bike for so long, and in its current state it's probably worth a lot as parts, because it's, apart from the fairing, it's got low mileage and it's quite good mechanically. Lots of things holding this together, it's just a matter of finding them all. I'll be back. See, it's things like this, I don't know if they can be repaired or not until I actually give it a try. It's got very fine spider cracks and things in it. So I have seen them just being completely painted black, so there's no visual thing through it. But later down the track I'll give it a polish and see if I can restore it, or I might just buy another clear screen, depends on which way I decide to go. Well, there you go. I've gone and prattled on and on and on about stuff and didn't turn the camera on. I don't know what's wrong with me. I've just removed the front fairing, which come off relatively easy. There are a few bolts and I had to remove the overhead dash component here to do it, and to remove it, it was just basically untaking the bolts, the light bulbs out, and it come away. As I was saying, a lot of this stuff, I'm not quite sure if I'm going to replace it. The fairing obviously is being replaced, and what I can modify, I will do it. The fairing fits onto this skeletal frame here, so it holds it up, but it all needs a very good clean up. And all the lines, as I said, I'm waiting on those. I've got some silicone ones coming, all the new radiator lines. I've noticed the fuel lines a bit brittle. I'm thinking of taking the carbies off and actually having them sent away and cleaned, but I will have to work on that and think about that. I'll see if I can get it firing first before I send anything away, and I'll drain all the fluids and bits and pieces. But it's coming along slowly. It is a work in progress. It was never going to be quick, and I understand that. But I am enjoying doing what I'm doing, so I'm not rushing it. It's going to be a project of passion, not necessity. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to keep the bike once I've done, or I really don't know. I might keep it, I might not. So, but I'll see how it goes. I'm not in a big rush, but I go on holiday soon, so I'll be able to work on it a little bit more. But until then, I might leave it for now. I might have a little bit of a retrofit, a little bit of a play with the fairing, just to see if it will fit, and I'll put that in the video just to roughly size it up and see what I need to do for that. But otherwise, I'm going to leave it for now. If you like this sort of video and banter, give us a thumbs up and a like. As I said, I'm Michael. This is the Chrome Biker, if you're new to my channel. And I hope to see you all again soon. So until next time, bye for now.